Hi, good morning all. In this video, we will learn about random access memory. Instead of knowing about random access memory, first we should know about memory. So, what is a memory? Memory is a device or an electrical circuit used to store data or information. There are different types of memories. The classification of memories is shown in here. The memories are divided into four different categories. They are register, primary memory, cache memory, secondary memory. And these four are subdivided into different types. They are read and write memory, read only memory, serial access memory, semi random access memory. Here, these are also subdivided into different ways. In this read and write memory, there are two types of memories. They are RAM and SAM. They are RAM means random access memory. SAM means sequential access memory. Read-only memory has mask ROM, PROM. PROM means programmable read-only memory. EPROM means erasable programmable read-only memory. Here, EEPROM means electrically erasable read-only memory. Then flash ROM. Here, serial access has three types. Has divided into three types. They are magnetic type, CCD, ferrite core. The random access memory or RAM, generally we call it as RAM. It is in volatile in nature. The word volatile means whenever the power is off, the data stored in memory is removed. I.e., the RAM, random access memory, stores the data temporarily. I.e., it is called as or it is used for temporary storage. The random access memory performs reading and writing operations. The random access memory is accompanied by electrical signals. It is used in computers to store the data temporarily. The ROM, read-only memory, it is non-volatile in nature, i.e. it stores the data permanently. In this, whether the power is on or off, the data stored in it is stored permanently. It performs only reading operation. It is used in computers to store the data permanently. The random access memory has two types. They are static random access memory and dynamic access memory. The static random access memory consists in these six transistors are used. The transistor arrangement gives stable logic state. Address or word line controls the transistor. 2-bit lines are used. They are bitliner and bitline bar. The logic circuit of SRAM is shown here. In this is a word line. It controls the two transistors. They are T5 and T6. As discussed above, here 6 transistors. They are T1, T2, T3, T4, T5 and 6 are used to perform the operation read and write in static RAM, random access memory. Here, when the word line, it is also known as address line. It is high, it means the word line is 1. The two transistors T5 and T6 are on. In this way, the operation will perform through two bitlines, bitline and bitline bar. When the word line is low or word line 0. The two transistors T5 and T6 are off. So the word line is 0 or inactive. So the read or writing operation will not be performed by static RAM. Here the two transistors T1 and T2 T and T3 and T4 will act like two inverters. These four transistors are acts like two inverters. The simplified circuit of static RAM is shown here. Here the T1 and T2 transistor act as a one inverter in this like this here. As we are looking here, the output of T1 and T2 transistor is given to the input of T3 and T4 transistor. In this way, the output of first inverter, i.e. whether or if we give input 1 here, we get 0 output here. This 0 output will come input as this inverter. Here 0 is input and the output is 1. In this way, the static RAM performs the operation, reading and writing operations. Here, the 1 will be stored in bitline and 0 will be stored in bitline bar. Now coming to the construction of dynamic RAM. Here we have word line, transistor, capacitor and bitline. As we have seen in the static RAM, here also when the word line is high or active, the transistor gets on. In this way, we can perform the operations like reading or writing by using the bit line. Here is one disadvantage in dynamic RAM because of this capacitor. This capacitor has a tendency of discharge when the word line is 0 or low. Transistor gets off. So the capacitor starts discharging. The data stored in it can be removed. To avoid this, we should refresh this capacitor by periodic refresh voltage. The periodic refresh voltage will not be used in static RAM. This is the main disadvantage of dynamic RAM. Now let us just see some differences between static RAM and dynamic RAM. Here the static RAM is faster, i.e. its operation is faster. Dynamic RAM is lower than the SRAM. Construction of static RAM is complex because it needs 6 transistors. The construction of dynamic RAM is simpler because it only needs one transistor and one capacitor. Here in static RAM, there is no need of refresh circuit because no capacitor is used in static RAM. Here refresh circuit is compulsory needed because here we use a capacitor to perform the operation in dynamic RAM. And the last fourth one here is the cost of static RAM is expensive because it needs 6 transistors. The dynamic RAM is less expensive because it requires only capacitor and transistor. Thanks for watching.